Job 21. Then Job answered, "Pay close attention to my words. Let this be the consolation you offer. Bear with me while I speak. Then, after I have spoken, you may continue mocking. As for me, is my complaint against a human being? Then why shouldn't I be impatient? Look at me and shudder. Put your hands over your mouth. When I think about it, I am terrified and my body trembles in horror. Why do the wicked continue to live, growing old and becoming powerful? Their children are established while they are still alive, and their descendants before their eyes. Their homes are secure and free of fear. No rod from God strikes them. Their bulls breed without fail. Their cows calve and do not miscarry. They let their little ones run around like lambs. Their children skip about, singing to the tambourine and lyre, and rejoicing at the sound of the flute. They spend their days in prosperity, and go down to Sheol in peace. Yet they say to God, "Leave us alone. We don't want to know your ways." Who is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what will we again gain by pleading with him? But their prosperity is not of their own doing. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the lamp of the wicked put out? Does disaster come on them? Does he apportion destruction in his anger? Are they like straw before the wind, like chaff in a storm sweeps away? God reserves a person's punishment for his children. Let God repay the person himself so that he may know it. Let his own eyes see his demise. Let him drink from the Almighty's wrath. For what does he care about his family once he is dead? Can anyone teach God knowledge, since he judges the exiled one? One person dies in excellent health, completely secure. His body is well fed, and his bones are full of marrow. Yet another person dies with a bitter soul, has never tasted prosperity, and they both lie in the dust. Worms cover them. I know your thoughts very well. The shame by which you would wrong me. For you say, "Where now is the nobleman's house, and where is the tent the wicked lived in?" You are never consulted those who travels the road, don't you accept their report? Indeed, the evil person is spread from the day of disaster, rescue from the day of wrath. Who would denounce his behavior to his face? Who would repay him for what he has done? He is carried to the grave, and someone keeps watch over his tomb. The dirt on his grave is sweet to him. Everyone follows behind him, and those who got before him are without number. So how can you offer me such futile comfort? Your answers are deceptive.
Job 22. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied, Can a man be of any use to God? Can even a wise man be of use to him? Does it delight the Almighty if you are righteous? Does he profit you perfect your behavior? Does he correct you and take you to court because of your pity? Isn't your wickedness abundant? And aren't your iniquities endless? For you took collateral from your brothers without cause, stripping off their clothes and leaving them naked. You gave no water to the thirsty, and withheld food from the famished, while the land belonged to a powerful man, and an influential man lived on it. You sent widows away empty-handed, and the strength of the fatherless was crushed. Therefore snares surround you, and sudden dread terrifies you, or darkness so you cannot see, and flood of water covers you. Isn't God as high as the heavens, and took at the highest stars? How lofty they are! Yet you say, What does God know? Can he judge through total darkness? Clouds veil him, so that he cannot see, as he walks in the circle of the sky? Will you continue on the ancient path that wicked men who have walked? They were snatched away before their time, and their foundation were washed away by the rivers. They were the ones who said to God, Leave us alone, and what can the Almighty do to us? But it was He who filled their house with good things. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. The righteous see this and rejoice. The innocent mock them, saying, Surely our appointments are destroyed, and the fire has consumed what they left behind. Come to terms with God and be at peace. In this way, good will come to you. Receive instructions from His mouth, and place His saying in your heart. If you return to the Almighty, you will be renewed, and you banish injustice from your tent, and consign your gold to the dust, the gold of Ophir to the stones in the wadens. The Almighty will be your gold, and your finest silver. Then you will delight in the Almighty, and lift up your face to God. You will pray to Him, and He will hear you, and you will fulfill your vows when you make a decision. It will be carried out, and light will shine on your ways. When others are humiliated, and you say, Lift them up, God will save the humble. He will even rescue the guilty one, who will be rescued by the purity of your hands.
Job chapter 23. Then Job answered, Today also my complaint is bitter. His hand is heavy despite my groaning. If only I knew how to find him, so that I could go to his throne. I would plead my case before him. I fill my mouth with arguments. I would learn how he would answer me and understand what he would say to me. Would he prosecute me forcefully? No, he would certainly pay attention to me. Then an upright man could reason with him, and I would spare from my judge forever. If I go east, he is not there. If I go west, I cannot perceive him. Where he is at work of the north, I cannot see him. When? When he hurts south, I cannot see him. When he turns south, I cannot see him. Yet he knows the way I have taken. When he has tested me, I will emerge as pure gold. My feet have followed in his tracks. I have kept to his way and not turned aside. I have not departed from the commands from his lips. I have treasured the words from his mouth more than my daily food. But he is unchangeable. Who can oppose him? He does what he desires. He will certainly accomplish what he has decreed for me, and he has many more things like these in mind. Therefore, I am terrified in his presence. When I consider this, I am afraid of him. God has made my heart faint. The Almighty has terrified me, yet I am not destroyed by the darkness, by the thick darkness that covers my face.
Job 24. Why does the Almighty not reserve times for judgment? Why do those who know him never see his days? The wicked displace boundary markers. They steal a flock and provide pasture for it. They drive away the donkeys owned by the fatherless and take the widow's ox as collateral. They push the needy off the road. The poor of the land are formed into hiding like wild donkeys in the wilderness. The poor go out to their task of foraging for food. The desert provides nourishment for their children. They gather their fodders in the field and glean the vineyards of the wicked. Without clothing, they spent the night naked, having no covering against the cold. Drenched by mountain rains, they humble against the rocks, shelterless. The fatherless infant is snatched from the breast. The nursing child of the poor is seized as collateral. Without clothing, they wander about naked. They carry sheaves but go hungry. They crush olives in their presses. They tread the wine presses but go thirsty. From the city men groan. The mortally wounded cry for help. Yet God pays no attention to this crime. The wicked are those who rebel against the light. They do not recognize its way or stay on its path. The murderer rises at dawn to kill the poor and needy, and by night he becomes a theft. The adulterer's eye watches for twilight, thinking no eye will see me, and he covers his face. In the dark they break into houses. By day they lock themselves in, never experiencing the light. For the morning it's like darkness to them. Surely they are familiar with the terrors of darkness. They float on the surface of the water. Their section of the land is cursed, so that they never go to their vineyards. As dry ground and heat snatches away the melted snow, so Sheol steals those who have sinned. The womb forgets them, worms feed on them. They are remembered no more. So injustice is broken like a tree. So injustice is broken like a tree. They prey on children's woman who is unable to conceive, and do not deal kindly with the widow. Yet God drags away the mighty by his power. When he rises up, they have no assurance of life. He gives them a sense of security so they can rely on it, but his eyes watch over their ways. They are exalted for a moment, then gone. They are brought low and shrivel up like everything else. They wither like heads of grain. If this is not true, then who can prove me a liar and show that my speech is worthless?